Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy James, King of Games, and today I want to talk about a character called Cetrion. This is my character spotlight, and I want to talk about her for a second because I find her to be one of the most fascinating characters in the series. Now, even though I know that this is her first appearance, I have to say she is very interesting in my opinion. And so today I'm going to be exposing or questioning, is Cetrion good or evil? Now, we all know that Cetrion is an elder god, so these elder gods are supposed to be holy. However, Cetrion betrays the elder gods. She works for her mother, she works for her mother, Chronica, and abides her will. However, she doesn't seem to think that she's evil. Now, unlike Shinnok, who knows he's evil, knows he represents death, knows he comes to curse everybody, she is the light to Shinnok's darkness. However, Cetrion also seems to be very good at her core. There is numerous hints that Cetrion really is good at heart, but it's kind of wrangled in this whole situation because of her mother. So I'm kind of wondering, is Cetrion a good character, an evil character? But regardless of which, I can say that overall, she's one of the most unique characters to ever grace the franchise. Cetrion, in my opinion, is a good character who unfortunately is trying to do the right thing, but she's more so ignorant than bad. Now, keep in mind that she is an elder god. So basically she's seen as kind of a religious figure. And also keep in mind that the elder gods are lower than the Titans, which has been introduced, which is what Chronica is. And not only that, but Chronica is Cetrion and Shinnok's mother. So she really, at her base form, is just trying to obey her mother, honor thy mother and thy father. She even has the intro dialogue with Aaron Black where she criticizes him, where he says he shot his father, and she says, honor thy parents. So is this what she's trying to do, just honor her mother? Or does she think that her mother's wisdom is higher than hers, so she trusts her mother's will? Deep down, though, her mind is a little shaky. But if she's really as all bad as the characters think she is, then why did she tell Raiden how to defeat Chronica? Without that information, this wouldn't have happened. Take a look.
Elder gods, I have come to seek counsel. The realms are in crisis.
The crisis is grave indeed, Raiden. Every being will be erased in a temporal Armageddon. Even we Elder Gods. Already our power weakens.
I will fight Cetrion. But how?
You must find Chronica's key and gain control of her hourglass. Only then will time's momentum be restored.
It will be done.
Speak your mind, Raiden.
Since this time merger, I have learned about my future. That my champions fall. That I become a tyrant. If Chronica is defeated, will I be consigned to this grim fate?
The restoration of time will not predetermine your destiny. That is for you to shape.
So there you have it. Without the mention of the keep, without that information, Raiden would have no idea how Chronica could even be defeated. So even though Cetrion does eventually turn on the Elder Gods, she helps the team. So that's a huge thing that I think a lot of people missed. Also, in a scene with Jax and Jackie, she could have easily killed Jackie. She could have easily done a lot of things, but yet she just wanted the crown to help her mother. Take a look, and then we'll come back.
No harm will come to you.
No deal. We know you betrayed the Elder God, Cetrion.
Chronica must restore the balance that Raiden destroyed. Can you not see? He is the devil in these matters.
At least he's the devil we know.
Can we take an Elder God?
Cassie beat Shinnok.
Only because the cages are born with crazy magic powers.
Maybe we have our own magic.
Stand down, please. Resistance only ensures your suffering.
can't let you do...
I'm not discussing it.
Your mind is too frail to wield Kronika's weapon. For your own safety, remove it.
It's not time for safety. It's time for action. Eat your heart out, Cassie Cage.
You were warned. Mere mortals cannot control the crown. I did not wish to harm you, but now you have forced my hand.
The hell are you doing?
Give me the crown, and I will spare her.
Don't give it to her! Go!
Her life is in your hands.
Nobody here wants to hurt anyone. Now please, don't let this happen to our girl. Damn it. Now bring Jackie back.
Dad! How could you do this to me?
I'm not doing this to you, Jackie. I'm doing it for you. I love you.
Kronika awaits our return.
Come on. This fight isn't over.
So she could have easily killed Jackie and took the crown, but she just wanted the crown to give to her mother. Now, the last and final scene that I'm going to shows the conflict in her heart with following her mother's will. She doesn't know exactly if her mother is right, but she wants to trust in her mother. But at the same time, as someone who is an elder god who represents goodness, she realizes that something's not right, but she is more torn and she doesn't know what exactly she's supposed to do. Take a look.
Demigod's power cannot rival that of an elder god. Cetrion! As you wish, mother. You match me step for step.
Because your heart is not in the battle, Cetrion. You fight for your mother's vision. But as a goddess of virtue, you know that her desired balance is folly.
Heed me, Cetrion. He lacks our vision and wisdom.
Please. No virtue is served by condemning the realms to endless war.
The greatest virtue is abiding my mother's will, Liu Kang. I cannot fail it.
Fight!
Your heart betrays you, Cetrion.
I have failed you, dearest Cetrion. You have done admirably. Yet there is one final service to perform. Yes, Mother. I understand. You will
will be exalted in the new era, Cetrion.
So there you have it. Cetrion literally dies trying to honor her mother's wishes, trying to look good in her eyes and do the will of her parents, which really makes her more of a tragic character than an evil character, because that's something Shinnok would have never done. Now, lastly, let's take a look at Cetrion's ending. You'll see that she comes to the light and she gets it, but at the same time, there's kind of like this interesting twist to it. So I want you guys to look at it and then we'll talk about it. Take a look.
Though I first denied their truth, eventually I realized the wisdom of Liu Kang's words. There is virtue greater than my mother's desired balance. Good must be allowed to flourish. But no matter how I reshaped time, rooting out evil proved impossible. Though freed from want, mortals still killed each other. Divided by realm and race, they easily justified their hate. Hubris, greed, envy. To appreciate my gifts, mortal sins must be cleansed. Which is why I baptize the realms with fire. For eons, mortals will battle evil, eventually achieving victory. And when they emerge from the darkness, they will be humbled, eager to embrace the light.
So, with that being said, that was her ending. She basically says she comes to the light. She comes to understand that Liu Kang was in fact right, and that she knew that her internal feelings the whole time was what's right. There's actually an intro dialogue against her and Scarlet when Scarlet says your blood reeks of conflict, and she says that my mother's decision for this balance haunts me, or it's something that she says. I can't remember it word for word, but basically she's alluding to the fact that she feels conflicted with the decision. She knows in her heart that it's not right, but what can she do? Like, she is beneath her mother. Her mother is basically God to her. So if you're an elder god and you expect earth realmers and other people to obey you, then how can you not obey the people who are above you? So that makes her a very complex character. And then at the end, even though Mortal Kombat 11 is a game, I can tell it takes a lot from Judeo-Christian belief systems. For those of you who aren't big on the Bible or things like that, a lot of people who believe in Christianity know that Jesus Christ, when he comes back, he will basically baptize the world with fire in order to, get his people up out of here and do all these other things. So even though from Cetrion's point of view, it seems kind of, a little dark, that's actually what the Holy Bible talks about as well. So I found that very fascinating that they made Cetrion this true godlike character. However, unlike Christianity and Judeo-Christian beliefs, the religious figure in the Bible doesn't kind of struggle with these kind of good and bad quarrels like Cetrion does. But at the end of the day, Cetrion is a very unique character. She's very flawed, but at the same time, she's very fascinating. And I also find her more of a tragic character than more of an evil character. But what do you guys think? Do you think Cetrion is good? Do you think she's evil? Do you think she's tragic? Or do you think she's indifferent? And what do you think her being in the Mortal Kombat storyline now, or the continuity, is going to do for future references? I personally want to see her interaction with Shinnok. I am so interested in what they have to say to each other if they ever bring Shinnok back, because keep in mind, nobody ever dies in the Mortal Kombat universe. But anyway, I'm Jamie James, King of Games, and this has been my Cetrion character spotlight. And thank you, and remember, keep on gaming. Peace.